Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 19th of November 2021. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm going to use the Connolly Tarot for today's reading. And in terms of the astrology, we have quite a significant event happening on this day. We have a partial lunar eclipse, which is a full moon in Taurus happening here on Friday. And eclipses are significant because the natural movement of the full moon is interrupted and it influences us for a long time, about 6 months. So if you're interested in that, check out the video that I made on the eclipse to see what it's all about. And for this reading, I want to see what the tarot has to say about Friday, because the cards always have their own unique take on things. So let's see what they have to say. First, we've got the Emperor, okay. The Fool, and the Hierophant. Wow, okay. So we have three very different men here. We have someone who's just starting out, who's full of enthusiasm. Then we have the Hierophant, who's a much more experienced man, who's a figurehead for an institution, a system of belief, and he's got a lot of responsibility, and every word he says is scrutinized. And then we have the Emperor, who's very much about getting his way and conquering and being in charge. And with three of them spread out this way, it means the message I'm getting is that the different aspects of your personality all become very clear to you on this day. You see that you're not just a two-dimensional character, that you have a wealth of experience and many different personality traits and different longings and desires to do things with your life that make you a very complex individual, and you're able to see beyond all the chaos of it, and you're able to see different patterns. So here we've got one man as such split into three, so his different identities are laid bare, and I get the sense that's something you're able to do for yourself. So if there's something that is unhealed in you, that you just can't seem to shake, look at that again today and say, do I want to be free of this? Or how can I be free of this? And listen for guidance and messages come in, because we have all this space around the men, except this one really. There's an opportunity to learn something new and to behave differently as a result of what you're learning. And usually what's interesting is, because this is a full moon, and I think I talk about this in the video a little bit, a full moon is usually a period of celebration where the energy is super intense and there's lots of activity and you want to go out into the world and do things. The new moon is about setting new goals and intentions. And this is a full moon, so it's got that power, but because it's darkened and kind of blacked out for such a long time, it combines both qualities of the new moon and the full moon. And I get the sense that if you take a moment to look at yourself, then new options in terms of the way you live your life will present themselves to you, and you can take stock of your previous successes and how far you've come, but also where you want to get to. The Fool is looking here. So each card is a major arcana card. So this is a big kind of opening. It's like an egg cracking open and something is revealed to you. The Emperor is the fourth card in the major arcana, and it talks about this quality that we all have to set a goal and then to do everything in our power to realize that goal. So he's wearing this green cloak and these beautiful bejeweled little shoes. So he's being his authentic self by pushing forward on his mission. It's a quest that's eternal. So, you know, he could be a conqueror and would want to conquer the entire planet, but he'd need several lifetimes to achieve that. But it doesn't put him off. He still does as much as he can. So it's this desire to have an impact on the world, to do something that's meaningful, to make a fresh start to something, or to take something that hasn't worked and to transform it and to make it something new that has value. And it's about doing something with your life that feels purposeful. So you've got that grip on yourself as such to say, okay, this is my experience so far. This is what I want to happen in future, and what do I need to change in the here and now to make that a reality. So here we've got blue sky all around him. So this is the Emperor of Emperors. He's come a long way. There's no one fighting him, and it's a major achievement and success. But he doesn't want space anymore. He wants to feel held and protected and safe. So this is the direction he's going in. But it's interesting because you could argue that that sense of space and not a cloud in the sky, that's what you would want. Another person would want to feel held by something bigger. And ultimately, whatever it is you want, or what you've achieved already, one, that thing isn't going to be valuable to you forevermore. The novelty will wear off sooner or later. Second of all, it's trying to find something that doesn't wear off after a while. And ultimately, the decision is yours. What is it that you want? And yes, you're allowed to change your mind. And if in the past, all you wanted was family harmony and belonging, and now you want a career, then honor that and say, well, this is inconvenient, but I want it, so I'm going to do it. So the Fool here, you can see he's standing at a crossroads. Purple paths. Purple is the color of spirituality. So it's like the universe is presenting you with an option to grow into a different person. I heard somewhere the other day that, oh, you're 17 years old or something, or be careful about the choices you make and the type of person you become, because that's the person you're going to be for the rest of your life. Sounds very ominous. But that kind of, obviously it struck a nerve with me because I remember it. But I don't know about you, sometimes I can feel like, wow, okay, I've been this person for so many years now. What option do I have for real change? Like, what are the odds that my negative stuff that attracts a lot of a negative response from the world into my life, am I really able to change that once and for all? And life is going to teach you that no, you're stuck and you can't. But the spiritual voice, the message of your higher self, always says, of course you can change yourself. You're not just, a bag of bones and meat. You're something bigger than that, and you have a lot of control over what it is you do with your life and how you appear in it. So if you feel somewhat discouraged or disenchanted with what's been going on, today is a great day to recapture your own inner strength and conviction and self-belief, and to say, I'm going to make a different choice, and I'm going to either become a different person, or I'm going to relocate myself physically in another environment. I'm going to work differently. I'm going to approach my relationships differently. I will leave behind, addictions or dramatic relationships that don't really serve me. I'm going to take charge of what I'm doing, and I'm going to take a risk to grow in a different direction. And the Hierophant then finally is the fifth card in the Major Arcana. And also we've got a man here who's in charge of a whole church behind him. But the key thing is the lack of space. He's really being held by this stained glass window. And it's almost like you can cement these ideas, and you can cement yourself as someone solid, the solid person you want to become, by making these choices. So you can put yourself in a much more solid and secure position in future by making a change today, especially if it feels important to you. And if you have a kind of vision of, what I'm getting now is the Fool looked at him and he said, do you know what? I like you. You're right. Or you're the type of guy I want to grow up to be. This is all very pleasing to me. And then he kind of does a double take and he looks around and he says, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cement you in stone so that you last forever and that you become immortal. So that this personality I'm growing into is going to be the me I want to be for the rest of my life. That's significant. That's like making the decision to live a complete lifestyle. So it's the decision, I'm going to be a nun and I'm going to make that my path in life, or I'm going to make fitness my entire existence and I'm going to become a personal trainer for the foreseeable future. It's really making a commitment to a version of yourself that you can imagine and that you now want to realize. The Hierophant in itself is a card that talks about belonging to some sort of spiritual community and being like in charge of that. The two young people looking up at him, they want something. They want that sense of connection. We've got the Dove of Peace there in the keys. So he's the one who's got access to the Holy Spirit and he's got the keys. So it's an exclusive process. Not just anybody can talk to the higher realms. You have to go through this guy. And that's as solid as you can make yourself so that you're such an expert and in such a skilled position that your accomplishments are genuinely recognized by other people. Okay, so any of us who are wanting to change or are willing to change, this is a really important, significant day. Try and leave behind what you don't want to drag with you into your future. Make it the first day of the rest of your life and grow into this new person that you want to be. And we're not saying it's better or worse or whatever. We're just saying this is what you want. You want to do something with yourself. And there's no judgment, but there's a real opportunity to branch off and to go in a completely different direction. Oh, what a relief, right? Sometimes we all need a do-over. We need a fresh start. Number-wise, we've got 4 and 5 is 9. Wow, 9 is spirituality and completion in numerology, and it's the Hermit in the Tarot. So you're really able to close off one chapter of your life and start a new one. It's a significant shift from one stage to another. So this eclipse really is a big deal. So check out that video. I hope you have a wonderful day here. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to order your reading with me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have a fabulous Friday, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.